I'm really not a huge fan of the new unlands. They don't really look like Magic cards to me. The lack of the border feels really strange. That's definitely subjective. I understand that people like them. My preferred lands are, what are they? The unhinged lands. I have a bunch of unhinged basics that I really like. This is a pretty easy mulligan, right? Just like only one land. This hand has a second land in it. So, yeah. Liliana the Veil. I'm going to bottom that, just like looking for some more lands at this point. Does Magic Online need a reboot? Almost 2 gigs. Probably soon. 120 play points or 12 tickets. So I don't have play points because, well, we play a lot of medium minus decks and I play them in a medium minus fashion. Yep. All right. Do we have Graveyard Hate in our deck? We don't really. We have a Nihil Spellbomb. We've got some Countersqualls though, so we got that going for us, I guess. Dazer, you just link it with your Twitch account. There's a thing on there to link it on your Twitch account, and then you add the Twitch extension to your page. I'm gonna Thoughtseize myself. Put this Obzedat in my bin. We drew Goryo's Vengeance. I think I was Thoughtseizing myself, even if they didn't. Even if I didn't draw this, just so I could have it in my bin for when they draw their thing later. You've inspired me to perfect my Legacy Mountains with a Guru of Foil Unhinged and White Borders, right? It was the perfect match. Maddie had one Guru, and I had my box of Unhinged lands, and Matt got me a bunch of ugly White Borders. It was fantastic. So we don't actually have that many legendaries, right? The 12-hour Owling Mind stream is going to be Sunday. I'm going to actually update that in the corner. April 1st. There we go, perfect. Put the start time on there too. Yes, they do generally run Graveyard Hate like Very Macabre. Sometimes they have Ley Lines in their deck as well. It feels fitting to do a long stream with Owling Mine on April Fool's Day, right? It feels fitting to do a long stream with Owling Mine on April Fool's Day. Alright, so I'm gonna auto pass here. Hopefully our opponent misses on drawing their Violent Outburst long enough that we can kill them with this Obzedat. We actually kill them in like 3 turns, right? So they need to draw Violent Outburst pretty quickly. Demonic Dread won't do it because this is going to exile itself, so it won't be in play for them to target with Demonic Dread on their turn. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with this deck and the interaction, so Goryo's Vengeance and Obzedat, because Obzedat has its own trigger that exiles himself, we get to stack our triggers during our end step, so we'll get to keep the Obzedat. They drew Violent Outburst right away because that's how our life is going today. I don't know. Unlike a lot of people that stream Magic, when I pick a deck up right off the bat, I'm not going to try and tell you that I understand while this deck's good and bad matchups right off the bat. I'm sitting here trying to play games of Magic, trying to figure out what's good, bad, and otherwise in this deck, and why it's good, what it might be better than, what it might be worse than based on my previous experience. So we're just going to hang out and try and learn together here, I think. I want the Scarab God in my deck. Collective Brutality's probably... I guess the Collective Brutality's let me bin stuff, right? The discard spells aren't that good in this matchup because of the reason you saw in the previous game. The opponent's deck has a lot of cards that cycle in it, so playing a discard spell to take one specific card out of their hand, then they just get to see a bunch more cards. It's not particularly good. Lingering Souls is probably a little bit slow. Do I want these other cards out of my sideboard? I don't think I want to bring in Dispel. The Snapcaster Mage might be fine. So Dispel doesn't stop Outburst. So Outburst, the Cascade is part of casting the spell, not part of the spell resolving. So Dispelling the Outburst doesn't do anything. Doesn't stop their combo. You can learn about how donation deck lists work here. All the details in that link appropriately named bit.ly/HugelSellout. They might have traps, but the fact that I have discard spells in my deck means I would rather play discard spells to play through the traps, I think. I'm going to start by Thought Scouring myself here, give them more chances to draw their good cards. Living End is a sorcery. Living End is a sorcery. We're gonna go pretty low here, but like, if our opponent's putting things into play, they're usually killing us anyways. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's a good alternative to Chalice the Void in the Howling Mine deck. Leyline of Sanctity, probably. We didn't bin any creatures there, which sucks. Yeah, that's the joke, Scarl. That's the joke. So they have 2 ways to combo. Let's just take both of them here. Yeah, it's basically just turn your Goryo's Vengeance into draw 7 cards. Like, hit you for 7, draw 7 cards is what it comes down to. Why would you cycle in response to this? Do you have something that can protect you from the Thoughtseize? Weird. Guess I just take this Demonic Dread, right? I guess maybe there's merit to leaving them with that since I have the Collective Brutality, but I'll just Brutality and take the Living End this turn. Maybe. I'm actually not that sure. And again, like, we're kind of picking apart their hand here, but they're just going to get to see so many cards, and we don't have anything that's applying pressure to my opponent here, so we're really ultimately just kind of treading water here. We're going to see him just cast a pooper. Yeah, that's true, Rogue. That's true. This is just a Godless Shrine. Do I want to plus this? I think I do. I think I do. In the swamp. Yes. Well, I assume I'm going to take a bunch of pictures in Milwaukee. I think my wife's actually coming with me on the Milwaukee trip too. I think she's gonna bring her owl costume, so you'll be able to take pictures with a pair of Hooters. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. We suspend a living end. Yep. Like, I was gonna see that their lands were tapped, chat. Alright, so another brick here probably means we're gonna die. Probably gonna be a little bit too slow. No joke. I have a giant bag of Tootsie Pops in my cart on Amazon. Was definitely intending to bring those with to the open for go full meme. All right, so I'm gonna attack with this. What if I Brutality and Escalate? Nah, they'll just discard the fairy. Yeah, they'll just discard the fairy. Okay, I'm just gonna pass here. You'd have to ask Matt. I don't speak for Matthew. Matthew is his own person. How many memes can we jam in one Hoogle vacation? Ain't that the truth? We're getting kinda slaughtered today, Mopa. We've not won very much Magic. We've won a couple, though. We've won a couple. I think we're about to die in this one, too, though. Okay, that's a card that could steal the game. White Source. Untapped White Source. Oh, geez, chat. Are we gonna get him? Are we gonna get him? Oh, this would be so good. This would be so good. They go to 3. And then this puts them to 1 and blinks out. Just does the mad dash towards the finish line. Ghost Dad's home and he's hangry. Ghost Dad is home and he's hangry. He's hankering for some violence on stream. Five mana worst bump of the night. 100 per cat. Stop it. Maybe they won't. Fetch basic blades. Cast Ghost Dad. Hey, Fatso85 with the 10-month tier 1 resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. No! Oh, wait! No, they have a Fairy Macabre. They have a Fairy Macabre, chat. Why do they have all the things, chat? Why do they have all the things? Why can't I just have one thing? I just wanted one thing, chat. I just wanted I just wanted Dad to be angry. Dad just wanted to be so angry. We have 3 Ghost Dads and 1 Collective Brutality. Survey says... dead? Do we have a redraw here? I believe Hero's Downfall gives us a redraw. We're gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do in fact get a redraw. Prof! DDR with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. So they're casting Violent Outburst, trying to deal lethal here. They'll make their hero fall. Take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to 4. I should 10 out of 10 fetch the Thin here, right? There's no reason not to. All right. All right. 4 lethal ones, 1 and 9. We are dead now. We are dead now. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. While we're waiting for the next match to pop, I would just like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I'm a full-time TCG player and Magic producer here on Twitch. I stream 30, sometimes 40 hours a week. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. If you have Amazon Prime, that means you can link your Amazon account to Twitch, and then you'll get Twitch Prime for free, which gives you a free channel subscription to a channel of your choice every single month. It doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you support my content here. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronics and you. Anoronics would like to remind you to, at the very least, make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try to make sure I put the names, the deck list that we're going to be playing on a given day in the stream title, so you can kind of know when I go live what I'm planning to play that day. This hand, sweet. We get to curve Inquisition into Collective Brutality, Escalate, ditch the Ghost Dad, and then Goryo's Vengeance back, Ghost Dad on 3. Goryo's wasn't to win there because Obzedat wasn't in our discard pile. If Obzedat had been in our discard pile, it would have gotten returned to play when our opponent, what's it called? When our opponent did the thing. Yeah, Daddy was exiled. When our opponent living ended, the Ghost Dad would have come back if it was still there. Yeah, so there was nothing for us to Goryo's Vengeance back, which is why it wasn't lethal. Storm. This matchup's probably not terrible for us. I don't know that it's good, but it's probably not terrible. Ooh, Noxious Revival is kind of funny. They can use it to counter Goryo's Vengeance, so I'm probably obligated to take that next turn. They drew a cantrip. Discard spells are so tilting. Discard spells are so tilty. In the past, I've always played a gifts package in the Esper deck when I've worked on it, Dawncaster, but this is a donation deck list, so we're just playing card for card a deck list that someone else sent in. So we're just getting a feel for a deck list that somebody else sent in. So pick those, choose them twice, ditch this one. I'm gonna take their Noxious Revival away because they can use that to counter our Goryo's Vengeance. They found their second land. Obzedat's gonna put them under a really quick lock, and this is what types of hands you need to beat decks like Storm, right? You need disruption into a very quick clock so they don't have time to draw out of the disruption that you've drawn. Right, we didn't hit a land for Liliana, but that's fine, so we wanted to Obzedat this turn anyways. Attack you. And then this is important. At the end of the turn, you want to stack the Obzedat trigger first, or the Goryo's Vengeance trigger first, so that way the Obzedat exiles himself, because now Obzedat's going to come back next turn. So we hit them down to 11, next turn we're going to hit them down to 4, and then in 2 turns they'll be dead. So hopefully they don't draw the cards they need to kill us here. If they hit a creature, an accelerant creature, we could actually die this turn if they hit an accelerant creature and they hit the appropriate amount of rituals. Sweet. Daddy's home and he's hangry. All right, looking for discard spells or untapped lands for this Liliana of the Veil. Another brick. All right, so just need to not die next turn. Is my turn 5 kill with 2 discard spells going to be fast enough? So we had double discard spell, and we have a turn 5 kill lineup. I assume this is going to be Desperate Ritual into Gifts Ungiven here. Yep. And then we have to hope that they don't have enough tools to go off next turn. Again, they're probably hoping to just draw a mana creature. I suppose they could get, like, creature, Noxious Revival here. I went 3 and 2. We went fine. Our modern player got a little bit smoked. I don't know that I'm going to make a point to play more team events. Traveling for Magic in general, like, there's a reason why I haven't traveled for a Magic tournament in almost 9 months. It's just very expensive and time consuming, right? So, like, in addition to the costs of the trip, I also have to, like, you know, take off time from streaming. So, like, in addition to the direct cost, there's also the opportunity cost of not being able to make content for that weekend. Ashiok with the 5-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the support and welcome back. Thanks for sending your Amazon Fund money this way again this month. I think more of the opens I'm going to be playing are probably going to be trying to do fun things like the Owl donation goal and things of that nature. So we can, unsubstantiate is rude. Unsubstantiate is rude. So I have to bin the unsubstantiate, right? So otherwise they get to bounce Ghost Dad and it's not lethal next turn. So I just, like, deny them a ritual, deny them a Pass in Flames. There's a good chance we die next turn, so we'll just hit our auto pass and let them figure it out. I was listening to an Econ lecture. So, like, my weekend costs for the Magic trip were, there was a $50 entry fee, there was $20 in gas, and there was $70 in hotels, like $65 in hotels. So that's like $130 plus paying a little bit extra for food. So it probably cost me like $150 plus, you know, 2 days of my time to go on the trip. I mean, it depends on what your costs are. If you're driving to a Magic tournament, the costs are much, much lower. Like, I'm not sure what the next Magic tournament I'm going to play after Milwaukee is. One of my wife's good high school friends lives in Dallas, and I think we might drive down there to visit her around the time of one of the next Dallas Opens. So I might play one or both of the Dallas Opens later this year. But I also think one of the Dallas Opens is a team event, and I'm not sure if Matt would want to travel that far for a team event, or if I know anyone else to be willing to travel that far. Yeah, the Storm matchup's not terrible for the mono red deck. Yes! Yes! Drunk, angry Ghost Dad gets the W! All right, what do we got here? Dispel is good. Countersquall is good. Spellbomb is good. Disdainful Stroke is good. Lingering Souls is slow. Hero's Downfall is slow. Chart of Course is slow. Griselbrand's probably fine. Sell my team slots. That's not a bad idea. That would pay for the weekend too. I've avoided trying to like sell team slots and idea in the past because like I'm slightly above average for a Magic player, but like that doesn't guarantee having me on your team doesn't guarantee a win, right? Like by any stretch. I went 3-2. Like our modern player bricked off pretty hard this weekend, but like I only went 3-2. Okay, I only went 3-2. Engineered explosives for goblins? I don't know. I feel like, do you think they're gonna go goblins against me? Should I board in 2 anti-goblin cards? I feel like I have enough discard to play through goblins. Never should have brought that klutz. What do I want to do? I'm a bad player, but I have money. That's true. That's true. Not everyone has that expectation, though. All right. What do I want to cut? I need 2 more cuts here. Are the fatal pushes not good enough? Are the fatal pushes not good enough? Sometimes they board out creatures against matches like this. Maybe the Snapcaster Mages are just too slow. Maybe that's a thing. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if this is right, but this is what I'm gonna do. Nah, I think trimming a land is greedy. Could rather keep. We're only on 21 lands. We only have 4 cantrips, so like, it's kind of low as is. Peace, Jub. Have a good afternoon or evening wherever you are in the world. Huh. I'm gonna keep this. I think the risk to reward is pretty good on this hand. We have a Fatal Push and Inquisitions that are castable regardless. If we hit a second land, Jace can hopefully help us find a third. Am I planning on making more Twitch chat rooms on the channel? What are they useful for? I have a moderator chat room, but that's it. We didn't win a game, Matt. Literally didn't win a game. Literally didn't win a game. Sounds like Mama Owl is home. Alright, so I'm gonna snake their Manamorphose here since like their only cantrip. Oh, you know what? That was a mistake. They have empty. I should have snaked the ritual. Hi, baby. Hi, wifey. Hey, baby Jace, better than the Mind Sculptor. I mean, that's a low bar, right? Like, Mind Sculptor's pretty bad. Mind Sculptor is pretty bad. My deck was fine, Matthew. Get out of here. My deck was fine. And thank you very much, hey guy, for the resub. I appreciate that. Land. Tilt. All right, well, we get to bend the Ghost Dad off of this unstep discard at least. So they have empty, Past in Flames, Baral right now. I forgot to remod Matthew after we timed him out the other day. When you time someone out on Twitch, if they're a mod, it takes their mod sword away. God, what a tilt, chat. What a tilt. I think this keep was fine, but, you know, them's the beats. They're definitely on the Goblins plan, though, so we're going to board in the Flaying Tendrils and the Echoing Truth, or the Engineer Explosives for the third game. I'm really hoping they, like, draw a Ritual and don't have a land and go, like, Baral, Ritual, and then we, like, push the Baral. Then they can't empty and they just, like, blew a Ritual in the Baral. That would be ideal. If they have double Ritual, they're going to get to empty and then we'll mostly be dead. So if they have a land or another Ritual here, they get to make a bunch of Goblins. Sweet. Alright, hopefully they're about to miss here. They burn through Manamorphose too, which is great for us. Hopefully we hit a land next turn and get to go ahead and just, like, floop the pig into play here. Come on. Come on. Come on, little piggy. Come on, little piggy. Let's go. Let's go. Pig time. Pig time. Giddy up. Giddy up. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Ay, oh, let's go. What'd they do with their Serum Visions last turn? They went top bottom. Alright. Hopefully we don't die here. Oh, probably dead. Feeling pretty dead, chat. Feeling pretty dead, chat. If we hit another land, it would be so good. It would be so good for us, chat, if we hit another land. Ay, oh, let's go. Ay, oh, let's go. Do 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 boop boop do do do. All right, drain you, discard this one. So I just take their Gifts Ungiven here. Oh god, so you're saying there's a chance. Opponent's got 2 pair. Got 2 Bastion Flames. Let's go. Let's go. Ghost Dad is here and he's hangry. He's hangry. Uh-oh. 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 Are we dead? That might be lethal, right? I think that's lethal. Because they get to go Past in Flames, play a bunch of rituals, including a Gifts Ungiven. I'm pretty sure we're deterministically dead here. Wait. Oh, they drew a land. I was like, they just tapped the wrong land. I hope you're not watching that for this singing. Well, are you? Answer the question, according to Ben. This is very important to me. I'm thinking about branching out in my career. Alrighty. Of course I am. God bless. God bless. Alright, I'm gonna board these in. What a weird game. Speaking of games of Magic. It's a strange game. I'll do this. Nah, they're gonna Grape Shot us. I'm not gonna make them click through it. No, they're gonna kill us with Grape Shot that turn, chat. I'm sure she's figured it out. I told her I was gonna close the door because I'm often loud while I work. No, the opponent was going to kill us that turn, chat. They had Demonic Shooter in their discard pile. There was Demonic Shooter in their discard pile. We're at 21. They were going to get to Grape Shot us twice. They had a gifts. The babysitter does know what I do. Told her I was a cam girl. She didn't know what Twitch was, which was a plus, you know? I don't want someone that knows what Twitch is watching my children. No offense to all y'all out there. Yeah, like, I value my time, right? Like, making my opponent click through their thing isn't just, like, wasting my time. It's wasting, like, you know, 900 people's time right now. Hey, Jeff, I've been playing this deck with various tweets. My current iteration is 4 Charticors, 2 Emrakuls. I have no idea. I don't really have any informed, educated thoughts or opinions on this deck list. We're just playing it for the first time now. I'm watching my kid now and I barely allow it. See, there's a parent who understands. This hand again is risky, but it has a cantrip at least. Google Cam Girl new emote. It seems as though Twitch Prime subs auto resub now. Really? Is that a thing? There's no way that's a thing, right? We have 1 Charter Course in our deck. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh, chat. We might be in trouble. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this. I don't know. It's got good disruption. It's got a big fish. Real big fish. Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if they auto-renewed. Alright, I mean, that's better than bricking, right? Sometimes it puts the badge on early for you. Well, that is a handful of Magic the Gathering cards, opponent. I'm gonna take the remand here since we got a real big fish. Cabal therapy, right? Alright. I get it. I shouldn't keep one-landers. I get it. I shouldn't keep one-landers. But this Watery Grave is so good. I swear it's all that I need in life. Alright, hopefully we can run this one back. I would like to cash a league at some point today. I know other people have paid for these leagues, but I make extra money if we actually cash the leagues. If we actually cash the leagues, I make some more money back, so that would be nice. If I buy Grixis Delver, how many tickets can I farm? I kind of want to pick something that's like a full meme off the donation list so I can play it in a friendly league and not feel bad. Bring to Kiki. That sounds like something that would put a smile on my face. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure what we were doing next, but this is certainly about to be what we're going to do. This is certainly about to be the next deck. I didn't know what we were doing. Now I do. It's got a Pan Glacial Worm and a Dragon Lord Obzedat in it. This deck speaks to me on a primal level. This deck speaks to me on a primal level. I need something to put a smile on my face, and Dragon Lord Obzedat is certain to do that. We're gonna miss our second land drop and die again, but I think this hand is worth keeping. Look, believe it or not, this will not be my first time trying to register Pan Glacial Worm on Magic Online, and occasionally it does work. The only league we cash today is going to involve Pan Glacial Worm, right? Alright, I'm just going to kill this Pride Bait. I don't have a no-fly list anymore in paper. The no-fly list was only relevant when I was trying to win at Magic, and I'm not trying to win anymore. I'm a full-time meme here. It's just the worst. Just the worst, chat. Oh. And you know what? If I'd have sequenced differently there, if I'd have Thought Scoured last turn, I'd have binned this and then drawn a land. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna bin this Obzedat. Hey, M4LV0. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. My subscribers are the reason able to spew as often as I spew here on stream. They're on to 2 cards. This is probably gonna be a Ranger of Eos, though. It had a cantrip. It had a cantrip. Come on, Dustin Ostrander with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that. All right, let's put Daddy into play. Let's put Daddy into play. Let's deck. Yeah, what do I put if I ever have to go get an honest job again? Like, what do I put during this gap? Full-time meme. Loki Tarishar with the 2-month resubscription. Thank you very much for re-upping your Amazon money here. I do appreciate that. Professional entertainer, right? That's like the adult way to put it. All right, let's chart a course and ditch this Griselbrand. You could just say cam girl. Social media management. What? What? What is happening, chat? What? Modern staple Dust Elemental has entered play and eaten my Obzedat. Modern staple Dust Elemental. Modern staple Dust Elemental. Well, I don't want to cast a fish because they have a Reflector Mage in their hand. Go. We're getting out memed, right? What's the best way to get started in Magic? Yeah, just buy cards and play is the best way. Look, when you lose to Dust Elemental, are you supposed to just like pack all your cards up and like go home? Like there's nowhere to go but down from here, right? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the only way we can go is up. Do I draw 7 cards here? I 10 out of 10 draw 7 cards here, right? Yeah. Let's just inject those cards right into my veins. Fatal push that one. Alrighty, alrighty. Are we having a good time yet, chat? Inquisition of Kozilek. God, are we gonna win this game? Are we gonna beat modern staple Dust Elemental? Modern staple Dust Elemental? Do I want to dredge everything? I do. I'm just gonna stick another thing. Let's just play these fish out. I'm gonna discard. Griselbrand. Are you aware, opponent, that this is a format where you are allowed to register Griselbrand, yet you have elected to register Soul Warden? Are you aware of the decisions you've made in your life? Do you understand how your decisions have led you to the point you are currently at? Daddy's home, and he's hangry. Got a real big fish here. Real big fish. Hey, here's hoping we're about to get on the scoreboard, chat. We'd like to win a match. I would like to win a match. You say the opponent has a big fish to fry. Ain't that the truth? Path to exile? That's rude. Dad was just trying to go to work. Just trying to put in honest days. Punching the clock. Working hard for a living. I'm gonna edict them so that way I can flash back these lingering souls and not have them gain 4. Only gain 2. Forgot to play my land for the turn because I'm an idiot. It's a real big fish. Drew another path, yep. We are playing Owling Mine in Milwaukee. We're playing Owling Mine in Milwaukee in an owl costume. If you didn't see my tweet the other day, I feel like I should put this picture in the corner. I should probably take this picture and put it in the corner now that I'm thinking about it more. Where is it? We have family owl costumes. This is me and mine. Isn't it fantastic? This will be appearing on the stream on Sunday for the 12-hour owl stream. This is my wife in her beautiful owl costume. This is us together taking an owl selfie. It's quite fantastic. And of course there's an owl emote in chat. Of course there's an owl. So that way, subs, if I manage to get on stream at the open, I'm gonna expect lots of owls in chat. We did get costumes for the boys. They got here today. Which is good. Declan was very upset that he didn't have an owl costume to put on. Yesterday when we were taking pictures in ours. So. Jake's indifferent. Jake just wants to be like left alone and play with his trains. Opponent said they had to AFK for a second, which was part of the reason why I pulled up the pictures. April 1st is Easter / April Fool's Day. It feels like April Fool's Day is an appropriate day to dress up in an owl costume and play a meme for 12 hours. Jake was playing with his trains today, and he has an Amazon Kids tablet, and he was like watching other kids play with trains on his tablet while he was playing with his own trains, and I was like, you are the Twitch generation of the future. Your wife was wearing the wrong costume. That one is yours. We're gonna practice. I genuinely don't think the Owling Mine deck is terrible. I genuinely don't think the Owling Mine deck is terrible. At the tournament, there will be no match gate turn 1 concessions. I will make people kill me in the tournament. It's an owl riding a toy trait. That's fantastic. Stop it. Maddie, I'll bet you my record with Owling Mine will be better than what Klutz did in Cincinnati. So, Howling Mine has the word owling in it. Will you drop early if it goes horribly wrong? I will play in the open until I am dead for winning the tournament. So if I'm still alive for day 2, I will continue playing, which is generally 3 losses. Sometimes, depending on the size of the open, you can play till 4 losses. It is not a team event. It is an individual tournament. I would not have sold myself for a team event. I think that's rude to my team. I have 2 Opens final appearances. Thank you very much, chat. I may have never won an Open, but I have made it to the finals twice. I have made it to the finals twice. How fitting would it be if this was the first Open I won, though? That would be funny, right? Like, that would just, like, go down in meme history. Dear opponent, please come back so I can finish playing my fish and beating you to death. Is a modern Open. It's a modern Open. Let's download this other sweet deck. It doesn't even have a bring. So after we finish this Goryo League, we're gonna play Bring to Kiki. Wait, is this a split card? What is Void? This isn't a card I've ever heard of before. Is this a real card? Nope, yep, Void's a real card. Choose a number, destroy all artifacts with the converted mana cost of that number. Artifacts and creatures. Weird. This deck is wild. This is something. This is... The donation deck lists are so great. We get so many awesome deck lists donated for. It's really kind of fantastic. Nah, we can make some red. We got 3 stomping grounds here, chat. Are you back yet, opponent? Opponent's still not back yet. This is gonna be... Pan Glacial Worm, Dragon Lord Ojutai, Primal Command, just, you know, just all modern staples, really. Put some nice lands in here while we're waiting. Hostage Taker is sweet. Yep. You've been gone for more than 2 minutes, opponent. What will you draw more? Kiki Jiki or Pan Glacial Worm? There's someone who's watched the stream before asking the real questions. Which is more like, God, there's so much mana in this deck. There's 4 Jace and 4 Resto. 4 Wall of Omens. I'm so excited. Wait, is Wall of Omens better than Coiling Oracle in this deck? Is Wall of Omens better than Coiling Oracle in this deck? Does anyone know? What do we think? I'm actually not sure. I guess we only have 20 lands, so like Coiling Oracle isn't going to put lands into play too often. But like, the chance of ramping is pretty good. It blocks. Yeah, the wall stalls the aggro deck. I'm like a huge sucker for Coiling Oracle though. Coiling Oracle's like kinda, I think the mana's fine. It's got just some basics and then a bunch of green shocks because it's playing Utopia Sprawls. And our opponent's back. Play another real big fish. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was delving there. You can't bring to light for Planeswalkers. Any chance you play the Temur Core deck against me? Do you mean the Temur Evolution deck? If so, the Temur Evolution deck is currently very close to the top of the queue. Alright. Opponent is playing Soul Sisters. I had Collective Brutality for lethal. Yeah, you're right. You right. You right. When you right, you right, chat. Engineered Explosives and Flaying Tendrils seem great. Discard spells seem a little bit medium. Although Thoughtseize does take the Elemental away. Thoughtseize does take the Elemental away. I think I'm gonna Entrancing Melody. Yeah, melodies does seem funny. See how this goes. Yeah, I'm gonna think about this. Think about this. This is harder to kill when you're restoing it, which is nice. Scarab God, the Dust Elemental. Yeah, Melody for the Ajani's. I agree. Melody can also take the Elemental, true. Yep. Sorry for the delay there. Opponent was AFK for a while. The Ghost Dad grows your stolen primates. Wall of Blossoms is not legal in Modern. Wall of Blossoms is not legal in Modern. Hello, wifey. Wifey, if you have the audio on, what are we having for dinner? I'm fat and I'm hungry. We have 4 copies of Jace. We have 4 copies of Jace right here. I am perfectly fine. So when I sit, I'm a leg bobber. So when I stand, I kind of rock back and forth and move a little bit. Call it nervous twitch or extra energy or bouncy or whatever you would like to refer to it as. Keeps the energy up too, keeps the blood flowing, burns off some of those calories from whatever obnoxious thing I'm about to eat for dinner. Play Wall of Roots for a free league. Oh, opponent is still AFK. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. One of the exercise balls? Yeah, I've thought about that. I definitely thought about that. I'm streaming till late. 9 or 10. We'll see. We get a good number of viewers. Might run a little late tonight to make up for missing this weekend. This hand's not good enough, right? Like, double fish is kind of awkward. I guess it is Jason too. Yeah, they mulliganed it as Jason too. Let's keep. Yes, you can prize a league and get comp. Very poorly, Jin. I'm gonna take this hit just in case they have a post-combat Pride Mage. Pride Mage. Rest in peace. That's rude. Alright, you've been upgraded to Merfolk Looter, Jace. Which is good, because I've got a lot of cards that I can't cast, so God bless Merfolk Looter. The breakfast bar at the Millennial Hotel takes claim for the single worst meal I have ever paid money for. The single worst meal I have ever paid money for. It was really terrible, Ragnaros. Like, exceedingly bad. Yeah, who's excited for 7 mana 5/5s? I'm excited for 7 mana 5/5s. Just like, well, for starters, it cost me $16. For starters, it cost me $16. That was the first part of the problem. First part of the problem was that it cost $16. The second part of the problem was that all the food was terrible. Like, the potatoes were dry, the eggs were runny, just like I had to get up and find a pitcher of water, and then when the lady asked me why was I getting my own water, I was like, because I'd been sitting there for 30 minutes and no one brought me a cup of water. That's why I went and got my own water, because nobody brought it. Never be afraid to come up and say hello at an event. Love meeting people, love damaging cards with Sharpies, just like always feel free to come. Unless I am in the middle of a match, always come up and say hello. Don't be scared. I only bite a little bit. Only when Christy asks me to. I mean, what? Alright, I'm gonna exile the Obzedat here. I guess if they like make ooh, wow! I was just about to talk about how we're ahead right now. And that's Oketra's Monument into Squadron Hawk. That's Oketra's Monument plus a Squadron Hawk. We are super dead. We are super dead. Huh. That could have gone better for us, I suppose. Just no meaningful cards. Eight power in play. Didn't realize the opponent was playing a combo deck. Did not realize we were playing against a combo deck. Just gonna get this Edict in here because this card's not doing much else. I like the Bant build the best. If you're looking to play a generic Kiki combo deck, though, I think the Teamer Evolution deck that I've played is the best deck in the format. Opponent's gonna draw Dust Elemental and just put it deep inside us now. Dear opponent, please don't Dust Elemental me. The things you find yourself thinking while you play Modern. Alright, I'll block this one here. Check and see if there's a Dust Elemental. There's not. Alright, I mean, like, the fact that they attacked with everything and this gets to attack now is, like, really good for us, right? Because, like, they have to... Whoa, they just took that hit? That's really... Alright, sure. So if they don't hit, they're going to die in 3 here? God, if they get... I shouldn't Dust Elemental, right? I shouldn't play into the Dust Elemental. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass here. They're dead in 2. I'm not gonna attack into Settle the Wreckage. I'm not gonna attack into Dust Elemental. Let's just kill them into... God, what a tilt. What a tilt. It was at the Millennium Hotel. It was a hotel breakfast, to be fair. It was not like a real restaurant. Alright. Dead in 3 here. Yep. Haha! Steal your warrior! The first problem was that she went to Cincinnati. You think that means we're just drawing dead at this point? Now, Flaying Tendrils is good. Alright, let's escalate. Actually, I just want to look at their hand, right? Because we're going to be dead regardless. Yeah. Okay. Rip into Oketra's Monument into Squadron Hawk got us. Alright, so what I want to do... I really don't have anything I want to do differently. I'm going to board in one Inquisition and cut a Goryo's Vengeance. Just, like, play around their graveyard stuff by like, just boarding out some of my graveyard cards. Alright, get to push their turn 1 play. Get to play Merfolk Looter on 2. Get a Godless Shrine here, so we have extra white mana. Maybe, oh yeah, Disenchant should come in. Yeah, you're right, MTGNJ. Disenchant should 10 out of 10 be like, I didn't want to bring it in for just Rip, but it definitely kills, Oketra's Monument too, right? So that was definitely a mistake on my part. Euthalia. Goryo's Vengeance. Goryo's Vengeance. Yeah, Cincinnati seemed like a nice area. It's the first time I'd been in downtown Cincinnati. Oh, it kills Eidolon too. Yeah, you're right. I think I'm gonna bin this Inquisition here and just Brutality this Thalia. I think I want to play around them having a Rest in Peace to get rid of my Obzedat. I'd just like to like cast my Obzedat ideally, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this, and then like leave the rest of my stuff here. Nito! With the 25-month resubscription. Thank you very much. Thanks for your Amazon Fun Money this way again this month. I do appreciate that. Squadron Squawk. Yep. Probably gonna loot this Liliana away. Hawk's a lot less scary when it doesn't cost 1 mana and come with a bunch of 1/1s attached. So we've got that going for us. But Squadron Hawk is good against both halves of Liliana, which isn't great for us. There's Path to Exile. That does mean I get to put Daddy into play next turn, which is nice. I do get to just play the Angry Ghost Ederson. Send him off to work right away. I played Mono Red Prison at the Open. So the Ensnaring Bridge Blood Moon Chalice deck. I'm gonna be writing about that for my article this week, for sure. Hopefully they don't have another path here. Sweet, that's good for us. To put Daddy into play here and continue beating down. Yeah, the Mono Red deck felt like it's a pretty good metagame position deck. Feels like it has pretty reasonable matchups against a lot of the decks that are really good in the format. We went 2 and 3 overall. Our modern player got Tron'd a whole bunch. Died to a lot of Tron decks. Tron. Teamer Evolution. The Teamer list that I played in my most recent video is my preferred list. It's an Eidolon, sure. They're actually getting really close to this Westvale Abbey flip, right? Peace, Pinky. Have a good one. So I can target this Fatal Push and kill this Eidolon with it. Because Jace left play and came back. He triggers Revolt. Yeah, Lily's definitely potentially going to clean up the Westvale Abbey. It's definitely something I'm interested in keeping around. Interesting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and snap back Inquisition here and see what we get. We know they have at least another Squadron Hawk in their hand. So there's a little bit of information potentially what we need to play around here. Really? Do they have a path and they just haven't played it? Wait, did they fail to find? I think they failed to find. All right, sure. All right, so they have Sheffet Dunes and then nothing else left now. I assume we're gonna lose this Jace. I think that's fine. Got to use them as like a couple of loots and then a removal spell, basically. So long, Jace, my old friend. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, definitely. And Damping Sphere is also important because in addition to giving you tools for beating Tron, it also gives you tools for beating Storm, right? So it takes, it condenses sideboard slots basically, right? Like it's a well-designed card because a lot of people's biggest complaints about Modern as a format is the fact that like you just can't sideboard to beat everything, which is a reasonable complaint. And like by printing these powerful cards that hose multiple archetypes in the format, it's very good for counteracting that primary complaint. So from a design perspective, I really feel like Damping Sphere is just an A+. We did. We are on the scoreboard. This feels like a 3-2 deck, chat. And maybe that's just me talking because we haven't cashed the league yet today. But I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling like this is a league we can cash. Nine Chad's a deck that I think is going to be really good. With that sphere, it really helps in a lot of its problem matchups. Yeah, you definitely still need pressure to win. The biggest thing, though, is that Damping Sphere gives you time to find your pressure before you get buried. Like, even Blood Moon. Like, use Blood Moon as an example, right? I can play Damping Sphere turn 2 on the draw before they Karn me. A lot of times, the Blood Moon decks are too slow against Tron on the draw, right? Like, even if you have some pressure, they're just like, all right, Karn you on the play, Stone Rain you, and you're like, oh, well, yep, this game's over. Like, had the tools, but I'm just on the draw, they weren't good enough. Bogles, and they have multiple Bogles? That's not fair, chat. They're supposed to lose to a discard spell. I thought we were gonna 3-2. Man. Are we supposed to take the cartouche? Take the Rancor? This gives it first strike, right? Why does it give it first strike? Oh, man. Why does it seem decent for us? It seems really bad for us. They have ley lines in their deck, and, like, we don't have really any sweepers. No, I think Griselbrand is much better than this deck. This deck feels really clunky and awkward, and it feels like the powerful thing this deck is doing isn't generically powerful enough in the context of the modern format. I feel like this deck is too fair for what it's doing. Hey, Sep89 with the $12 donation. Hey, Jeff, big fan. Add whatever Kiki deck you want to play to the queue. 10 out of 10 will do. Thank you very much for the $12 donation. I appreciate the support. No, I want to take the Glade Cover Scout here because I have 2 copies of Liliana the Veil in my deck. So I think taking the Rancor is a play to lose line, whereas if I take the Glade Cover Scout, I have potential to draw cards to actually win the game now. Yeah. Yeah, the Rancor lets taking the Rancor lets us live longer, but it doesn't really guarantee we get to win the game, right? This deck would be competitive in Standard? Yeah, probably. Lingering Souls gummed them up for a little bit here. You'll note that my opponent did not play the Griffspoon last turn because they're currently holding this fetch land to play around Liliana the Veil, because this fetch land gives them access to Dryad Arbor. Please no Umbra. Please no Umbra. Please no Umbra. Right, and they're not going to attack here. Fatal Push, that's so good. I get to push their Bogle. Their Bogle only costs 1 mana, Chad. I can just push it, right? That's how this works. I can just push their Bogle. Why can't I push their Bogle, Chad? What do you mean that doesn't work? Then considering buying into the Amulet deck, it certainly seems complex but still powerful. Do you have any thoughts on the deck? I think the Amulet deck's really sweet. I think it's one of the many fine tier 2 decks in the modern format. I think if you're looking for a deck that's going to give you a lot of complexity, that's going to scale with you as you learn to play it better, it's an excellent choice for that. I don't think it's one of the better decks in the format, but I think Modern's a format that's full of decks that are tier 2-ish in power level that allow you to have a lot of wiggle room to play and outplay your opponents, and I think that's definitely a reasonable choice for doing that. Ah, Hyena Umbra. Can't push the Bogle because it's slippery. We're dead, right? We don't have any tools for this matchup. Yeah, I want to play Kiki-Jiki. Let's just get out of here. I'm done. All right. Let's drop this league and then let's pull that deck up and talk about it here before I don't actually think the Mardu deck is that good. And Mardu definitely doesn't have the complexity or toolboxing that what's it called? That the other deck has, the Amulet. The Amulet deck's like a complex toolbox deck. I'm not a fan of this deck. Like I've played iterations of the Esper deck in the past, and the iterations that I've played usually have Giftsun given in them because they give you access to cards like Iona and Elishnorn. And I feel like this deck is working too hard for too little of a payoff. We're doing so much setup work and exposing ourselves to things like graveyard hate, and even when things are going well for us, our deck isn't doing anything that's particularly impressive relative to what other people are doing in the context of the modern format. Like, our powerful play is putting Obzedat into play on turn 3. Like, this is a format where people play Karns on turn 3 and literally kill you on turn 3. I definitely kept some medium hands against the Storm deck, so I think I wouldn't be surprised if this deck's kind of favored against Storm if you run a little bit better and keep better hands, but overall I just feel like what's going on here isn't strong enough to keep up with the other things that you could do that are kind of similar to this in Modern as a format. Hey, Gutsco42 with the $12 donation. Take my money and my donation deck list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep. I'll get those added to the queue after we're done today. At any rate, let's play a pile of Magic cards. This is I'm kind of excited, chat. This deck embodies everything I want to be doing in life. This deck embodies everything. All right, before we start the League 2, what do we think? What are the odds Panglacial Worm is currently working on Magic Online? What are the odds that Panglacial Worm is currently